Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine. Yes, children. Have you all returned the question and answers given on the other day? Yes, very good. In our previous part, we have seen how Hafiz contractor has lost interest in his studies and he always used to play. And after his principal spoke to him, his words changed his life. And what he has become in his life, let us see in The Treasure Within Part 2. Continuation of the interview between Mrs. Bella Raja and Hafiz contractor. Hafiz stumbled on architecture, so he has become an architect children. Because he knew little French and less German, he was offbeat even in the pranks that he played. When he found his calling, there was no looking back. So he has moved forward in his life. He has become an architect. How did you get in the field of architecture? In the college for architecture, nobody who got below 80 to 85% was allowed to enter. I had only 50%. So, in the school of architecture, what happened, children? Whoever got less than 80 to 85%, they were not allowed. But he got only 50%. Remember? Yes. And I wanted to join the army. I got my admission letter, but my aunt tore it up. Then I decided that I wanted to join the police force. Actually, he wanted to join army, but his aunt didn't allow, and then he decided to join the police force. My mother said, don't join the police force, just do your graduation. What mother said? No need to join any police force, you have to do your graduation. So I went to Jai Hind College in Bombay. So he was sent to Jai Hind College in Bombay, children. And there what did he do, you see? There I was to take either French or German. Though I had studied French for 7 years, I didn't know 7 words of French. Okay, so he had only two options to take either French or German. So he had studied French for 7 years, but he didn't know a single 7 words of French. So he took German. Then my German teacher died. His German teacher died. The college told me that I could change the college or take French. Now, who would give me admission in another college? I had got admission to Jai Hind College by influence. So, who will give him admission? No one. And here also he got admission by his influence. So, I thought, okay, I will take French. And I started learning French again. I learnt it from my cousin. She was an architect's wife. So, now there is no option for him. He has to take French. So, he started taking tuitions from his cousin's sister for French, and she was an architect's wife. I was going to the architect's office to learn French. So daily when he used to go to architect's office to learn French. Was it then you decided to wanted to do architecture? Actually, it all happened quite by chance. So Bella Raja is asking, that time did you decide that you want to become an architect? So he said, not like that, but actually it happened only by chance. In the architect's office, I saw somebody drawing a window details. So he has seen somebody drawing a window details. A window detail is very advanced drawing. I told him that his drawing was wrong, that the window he had drawn would not open. So he has just seen a person drawing window details. It is an advanced type of drawing. So seeing the drawing, he said, the window you have drawn is wrong and it would not open. He then had a bet with me, and later he found that indeed his drawing was wrong. My cousin's husband was surprised. He asked me to draw a few specific things, which I immediately did. Because it is a very advanced drawing. So what happened? Now cousin, what he said was right. The professional was wrong. So cousin's husband was surprised and asked him to draw some things. So he started drawing. He asked me to design a house and designed a house. After that, he told me to drop everything and join architecture. So he said, you leave off everything and join architecture. We went to meet the principal of the college. The principal warned me, I will allow you to take part in the entrance exam, but if you do not do well, I will not allow you to join. So they went to the college and they spoke. So what principal said? Okay, I will allow you to take part in entrance exam. If you do well in entrance exam only, I am going to take you in architecture, otherwise no. I got an A plus in the entrance exam, and from that day it was a cakewalk. Cakewalk means it was easy for him. I had never made a plan, but I knew how something looked like from the I had never known what a section was, but I knew if you cut a plan what it would look like. So he said, never I have planned to become do this or that. But he know how to draw anything. When we draw something, what will happen? All those things he knew. So I stood first in class, first throughout after that. So always he was first in class now. I believe that all this understanding came from what I used to play to do during school. So all these understandings he got from school. They used to play, no children, in the school. From that he got all the understandings. I had a friend called Beram Divecha. We used to have competitions between us for designing forts, guns and ammunition. So his friend was there, Beram Divecha. Both of them used to have competitions like designing forts, guns and ammunition. Each of us would design something in an effort to be different. In school, when I was in the second or third standard, one of my teachers, Mrs. Gupta, saw my sketches and told me, "See, you are useless in everything else, but your sketches are good. When you grow up, you will become an architect." I didn't know at the time, but she was right. Later, after I became an architect, I went back to meet her and told her. So, when he was in second or third standard, exactly he doesn't remember, one of his teachers, Mrs. Gupta, said that you are useless in all the things, but you draw very nice sketches. One day you are going to become an architect, teacher told him. Okay, so after he became an architect, he went to the teacher and he met her. Okay, children, then see the works of Hafiz contractor only. These all works. Why do you think you did not like studies? Was it because you felt you could not cope, could not deal with the curriculum? So he's asking, why do you think you don't like studies? I was very bad at languages. Science and geography I could deal with. Maths was very bad. He didn't like maths, children. I just was not interested. I was studying for the sake of studying. What they taught me today, I would forget after 2 days. I would not bother because there was no application of mind there to begin with. So, whatever was taught to him, he used to forget within 2 days. Never he bothered because there is no application of mind, only buttifying it is. He was interested in something where application of mind was there. Did you think that what they taught in school was boring, or did you feel that once you understood the concept of what was being taught, you lost interest in the rest of the lesson? So, why didn't you have interest? He's asking. Do you think what was taught was boring, or once you understand and that after that you don't have any interest? Living a boarding school is difficult. Living in a boarding school is difficult. We were just living from day to day. Nowadays there are so many tests. Back then, whenever we had tests, we used to just copy. The teacher thought that we had done our work. So many tests were there for us, so we were not interested in it. And whenever we had tests, we used to copy. So teacher used to feel happy that we have done our work. That's all. There is a contention that giftedness and learning disabilities go hand in hand. Do you think this applies to you? So what did they say? The person who doesn't study have some other gift. Do you think it applies to you? Well, take some students from my class. Those who always stood first or second are today doing very ordinary jobs. I have come across this situation in so many different places where people tell me that their class toppers are doing very ordinarily today. Yes, many places. They were toppers, but today they are just ordinary jobs they are doing. In school, I think living our life there made us street smarts. That means the way they live, what will happen? They become street smarts. Street smarts mean they see the world's reality. So they become street smarts. I have learned more by doing what I did on my own than what academics would have taught me. So whatever I have done it on my own. For that only I have got good marks. That is because the personality and skills were there. You were able to find expression in a manner you were comfortable with, and you defied every rule so that nobody would stop you from doing what you needed to do. So, what is he telling? This is because the personality and skills were there in you. What you wanted to do interests you. So, you didn't run back of academics. I was more interested in other things. If, for example, while in a class, it started raining outside, I would think of the flowing water and how to build a dam to block it. Okay, when they were sitting in the class and it started raining, what used to come to his mind? the flowing water, how can I make a dam and stop the flowing water? It would be thinking about the flow. I would be thinking about the flow of water within the dam and how much of water the dam would be able to hold. That was my interest for the day. When students lost a button while playing or fighting, they would come running to me and I would cut a button for them from chalk using a blade. Okay, this kind of things he used to do. Discipline in the school was very important and no student could afford to have a button missing. The student would get past dinner with a full neat uniform, and after that it didn't matter. So discipline was must in the school, it seems. Till dinner they should be neat in uniform. After dinner it didn't matter. So whenever a student lost his button, he used to come to Hafiz and he used to cut the button using a chalk. Coming to the present, how do you decide as to what kind of structure you want to give a client? Okay, now he's asking. Okay, a client comes to you. When he comes to you, what kind of a structure you want to give to a client? I look at the client's face, his clothes, the way he talks and pronounces, the way he eats, and would know what his taste would be. So he will observe the person and then give the design. I can relate to people in a way that would be comfortable. I sketch very spontaneously on a paper on the spot. On the spot, I will draw and show them. That paper I give to my people in the office. Did you do it instinctively? Call it instinct, call it arithmetic, whatever. Now it comes to me like mathematics. Whatever you say, whatever word you want to give, I calculate. What do I calculate? Putting design, construction, psychology of the client, and sociology together and making a sketch from all that is mathematics. So I have become successful in my life today, he's telling. Here we almost come to a full circle where Mr. Contractor has derived his own interpretation of mathematics, taking it from a subject he hated to a subject he now loves dealing with. So today he is dealing everything like a mathematics only, children. Okay. Clear, children? Just read the lesson once and write meanings and hard words from your textbook. Hard words stick from the lesson and write. Meanings are on page number 76 and 77, children. Complete the work. Answers will be given in your next class, children. Thank you. Take care.